Hey, it's just me, Mimsy Moon. So, once again, this is not an Adventures in Snortlings Hollow show, just a personal election day message from me to you. So, someone left me a comment about a week ago. Just a simple comment saying, I can't wait to see your after the election show. But it really got me thinking. I mean, what would I say in a post-election show? What would I say to the people who watch me and who are waiting to see what I'm going to have to say? Because it's not just conservatives that watch my show. So what would I say if my guy won? I mean, I wouldn't want to gloat. I wouldn't want to be like, haha, bitches, told you so. Let me bathe in your liberal tears. And what would I say if the other guy won? I wouldn't want to look sad or negative or worried, even though I might feel that way inside. I also wouldn't want to patronize anyone or downplay what emotions someone might be feeling with saying like, oh, better luck next time, or hey, it's not so bad. The fact is that no matter who wins, this is a bittersweet day for America because half of our country is going to be sad and fearful and dejected. There may even be violence. And regardless of who wins, our country is about to change, whether it be a little or a lot, or for better or for worse. So I'm not doing a post-election show. And right now, if you're listening to right-wing sources, you're probably being told that Trump is closing the gap and coming up from behind. And if you're listening to left-wing sources, you're likely being told that Biden has it all in the bag. Perhaps by the time you see this video, you'll already know who our next president is. But at this time, from my point of view, it's like 50-50. So how will this affect my channel either way? I don't really know. It doesn't have to affect it at all, really. But you know what will affect it? Time, learning, and my own personal growth. So I'm going to take a week or two to reflect. But there are some small changes coming to my show. Now, my beliefs and my ideology hasn't changed, but some of my perspectives have. You see, I've been introduced to some kind and tolerant leftists recently, probably mostly due to Brainlet's reaction video, and some of her followers are subbing and commenting on my show. Prior to this, I'd only really been in contact with and had mostly seen and knew about some really kind of scary far left types. They're very noticeable and they're giving the reasonable ones a bad name. But if I don't want people generalizing me and putting me in the same category as far-right extremist Nazis, then I shouldn't do it to them either. I'm all about treating others as you would want to be treated. So I really want to differentiate between those on the far ends of the political spectrum and those closer to the left and right of center. These people are not my enemies. These are people that I can listen to and maybe see their point, even if I don't agree, and vice versa, and still be friends at the end of the day. So I will be more mindful of this and try to practice the tolerance that I would like to be shown. And I hope more of us can reach across the aisle to stop the hate and fear and find some common ground while also maintaining our personal freedom of speech. And maybe together we can stand against the left and right extremism and perhaps adopt my personal strategy of killing them with kindness. But voicing my opinion while also being careful not to insult anyone who doesn't agree with me might be a line too fine to walk. So even though I'll try to be more mindful, I'm going to have to ask you lefties to try to have a sense of humor about yourselves. And I'm beginning to see the need for another small change on the horizon. I'm going to be transparent with you all right now. All of my Adventures in Snortlings Hollow shows were all written in advance, some of them months ago. I wrote 10 shows before I recorded my first show, and I recorded several shows before I uploaded any to YouTube. And I was completely unaware of the COPPA laws against advertising to anyone under 13. So by the time I became aware of this, I was already very invested. Now, not wanting to scrap what I put my heart and soul into, I just put my 13 and up disclaimer on there and wanted to see what would happen. I figured people would like it or they wouldn't, and perhaps I would find a following of people who just believed in what I was saying and enjoyed the whimsical style. But needless to say, people were very confused, and that's not the part that I mind. But some people were offended and found me condescending and patronizing. And of course the words brainwashing and indoctrination were included in every other comment, which I'm getting tired of defending. You can check out my comment sections, by the way. They're pretty entertaining. I respond to nearly everyone, and actually kind of proud of some of my replies. But I'm probably going to let my content evolve a bit from here on out. Don't worry, Piper and the Snortlings aren't going anywhere. I'll even be introducing some new characters. So I'm still going to be super confusing to adults with lots of crazy, colorful, campy, political humor. I'm just going to change the tone of my writing to make it more appropriate for my target audience. But if you watch for the conservative content, don't worry. I haven't changed who I am and what I believe in. I'm not grifting or backsliding. I may be learning and growing a bit, but I'm not going to go all Hunter Avallone on you. Sorry, maybe some of you think he's made the right move, but I just don't enjoy stuff like I used to. And I'll work on my ventriloquism, but I can't promise anything. It's harder than you think when you're trying to read and act for two characters at the same time that you're trying to remember not to move your lips. Now, I'm very proud of my first 10 classic Adventures in Snortlings Hollow shows, and I stand by what I say in them, so please watch them. They're likely the ones that will be most appropriate for younger kids. But I'm not saying the future ones will be raunchy or anything, just not necessarily written with 9-year-olds in mind. So it'll probably be a couple weeks before you see a new video from me while I take time to reflect and write. But be sure to subscribe because this is just the beginning of Snortlings Hollow. And good luck to all of you tonight. May your guy win. But if he doesn't, I hope you find the personal strength to make it successfully through the days ahead. Now, I'm more spiritual than I am religious, but my daughter's in AA, and I think this little prayer is appropriate here. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So stay home tonight, and God bless America. Bye, friends.